Hey there. I just want to do a quick update video on the vending machine project. Sorry it's taken me so long to get to it. I have been working on it. There's just been a lot going on with spring hitting and the garden and my chickens always distracting me. Oh, Gray. That's not where you're supposed to be. I made this whole fence. Anyways, after I made that demo video, there were a lot of people asking me if I would release the files or make a build video, and yeah, I think I will. There are just a few things about the design and build process I would like to improve first. The machine may have looked nice and polished in that demo video, but what you didn't see was all of this. I hand soldered everything for these prototypes, and it really was a pain to put together. The wiring gets out of control really fast, and I just don't think many people are going to want to deal with this. The other consideration is the back-end server. This was designed from the beginning to be an online machine. It requires a server to handle selections, configuration, pricing, and payments. That was all by design. I'm primarily a web developer, and it was the IoT nature of the machine that drove my interest in the project from the beginning. I know a lot of people out there will be put off by that, and I totally understand. I think this could be really cool as an offline token machine as well, and maybe I'll design that later. Let me know if that would interest you in the comments. I have made quite a bit of progress on these things, so let me go over some of the things I've done. First off, I've improved some of the models to remove support material, making them easier to print and clean up. I've also combined several of the prints to make it fewer pieces overall. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot of printing for this project, but it's getting more manageable. I also added this little OLED screen to the front of the machine. This can be used for error messages, custom messaging while the machine is idle, but the main reason I added it is for proving customer presence in front of the machine. From the last video, some people understandably thought that the 4-digit PIN I entered before making a selection was to identify which machine to connect to. But actually, the portal knows which machine to connect to from the QR code you scanned. The 4-digit code is just to prove that you're actually standing in front of the machine and not just sitting at home on your computer. In my prototype before, that was a static code. But now with the OLED, they can be temporary codes generated on the fly, and they show up on the machine once you scan the corresponding QR. Next, I've been going over the circuit with the help of an actual electrical engineer who knows how these things work. My goal is to design a few custom PCBs that will cut down massively on the amount of wiring and soldering necessary to build one of these. This is all completely new territory for me though, so it's been a learning experience. Part of the circuit redesign includes swapping out the microcontroller for a more appropriate module, and switching from standard LEDs to NeoPixels, which will allow for much brighter and more flexible lighting. You'll be able to change the colors and the brightness straight from the online dashboard. And then there's the back-end server. I suppose anyone could host this themselves, and that's fine, but it is quite a lot of work to set up, so I figured most people would rather just use the one I already have. So I've been modifying that so that eventually anyone can make an account and connect to it and set up their machines. The website does quite a few things. It lets you use Bluetooth to set up the Wi-Fi credentials on your machine. It displays the sales from your machines. It allows you to configure the prices and the names of the products. And it gives you access to a debug panel that lets you load shelves and run test vends. Eventually this will also let you set the idle text you want on that OLED I mentioned earlier, and it'll let you change the color and brightness of the LEDs. The biggest thing it does, though, is lets you connect your Stripe account for payment processing. Any sales from your machines will go directly to your Stripe account. My goal for this project is to get the machine to a point where it's an accessible build for anyone with a soldering iron and a decent printer, and to get the server to a point where it's reliable and easy to use. I'm optimistic that I can get it there within the next few months, and at that point I'll sell the STL files and see if I can get some hardware kits going. Until then, I'll try to keep updates on this channel as much as I can. Thanks for watching.